to this one. One high school principal did not think he was doing anything wrong when he asked his athletic director to say a prayer at a school luncheon. Both men now face criminal charges and could even go to jail for violating a court order banning prayer in Santa Rosa County, Florida. I think it's Milton, Florida, the exact town. And get this, the luncheon I was telling you about where the prayer was said was for adults. The students weren't there. What does the Constitution say about religion and prayer in schools, and what should happen in this particular case? We're back with Governor Mike Huckabee, and from D.C., Rob Boston, Assistant Director of Communications for Americans United for Separation of Church and State. They've been charged, Governor, with criminal contempt. What's your take on it?
Well, you know, I understand murder is criminal, assault and battery, but prayer? Come on. This is the most absurd thing I've ever heard of in my life. It's embarrassing that in the United States of America, we will use tax dollars to provide for foot washing at the University of Michigan, but we're afraid to allow an adult in front of adults to say a prayer.
Well, what does the Constitution say?
Well, the Constitution is real simple. The government is prohibited. People are not prohibited. Look, all the Bill of Rights restrict government, not citizens. And it says the government cannot prefer religion or prohibit religion. That's it. That's what it says.
Rob,
real clear.
What's your take?
Well, this school had been promoting conservative Christianity for more than 20 years. People called it a Baptist academy, even though it was a public school. They were under court order to stop doing that. The principal violated that court order. Anybody who violates a court order faces sanctions, including fines or jail time. I'm not going to lose any sleep over this. The man violated a court order. He's a scofflaw and a lawbreaker. And as someone who supports law and order, I believe that he should be sanctioned.
District judge said, don't do it. Principal, athletic director, they did it.
No judge, I can't imagine, would ever be so ridiculously unconstitutional to say that an adult in front of other adults could not express himself. We have freedom of speech and freedom of religion. Now, if you prohibit somebody from saying what he wishes, that would be government imposing a prior restriction. And I think it's just patently absurd. And I'll bet there's not 3% of the American people who believe that it ought to be criminal, Mike, criminal, that a person would have a prayer in front of a booster club in a, for a school athletic program. That's absurd.
If I could just correct the record on one thing here. There were students at this event. I talked to one of the attorneys involved, and there were students at this event.
Rob, what's the big harm? Can you help me to understand that? Tell me what's the big harm here. Who got hurt?
I'll tell you what the harm is, Governor. I'll tell you what the harm is, Governor. I think what you're really angry about is the fact that people are standing up and saying, we're tired of you using our public schools and our public institutions to promote a specific type of conservative Christianity.
No, I'm not angry, Rob.
We're standing up to that.
I'm angry that the country is being lost to people who are so afraid that somebody might believe in God. And I don't care if they want to get up and say, I disagree with God. I think it's fine for a Muslim to get up and say something.
You've been on the losing side of this issue for nearly 50 years. And I will tell you, Governor, if this were a Muslim principal and he were promoting Islam in the school and he violated the court order to continue to promote Islam, you would be going crazy. And all the right-wingers and the conservatives would be screaming and yelling and saying stop. You would order him to stop. You would go to court. And you would have a point, because the public schools are not supposed to be promoting religion. And that's for churches. That's for the home. Ironically, I'm standing up for parental rights here. I believe parents should have the right to make the decision about what religion their children are exposed to, if any, not have some principal or some teacher come in and promote a version of religion that is completely at odds with what the parents want. Why would you want that?
Yeah. I hate to stop discussions, too, but I have to stop this one. Rob, thank you very much for joining us from D.C.
Thank you.
We can debate this one absolutely all day long.